So everyone, I'm so honored here today. So for 10 years, I've never collaborated with anyone at all. It was kind of like people were doing their own thing, and I just realized that there was a gap, right? So and this actually happened so crazy because Nikki, who's here on the call with me, she's going to be helping to answer questions. She also helps us out with the software platform, but she is the one that had the call with Natalia, and I was on it. I was just captivated, you guys. So if I can help bring resources to our team to, one, save you more time, and two, to make you more money, I'm all in, right? But these are resources, and we really have to look outside to people that are doing it the best. So I'm really super excited to be sharing with you today. But before we get started, I have Caroline Manning here on the call. I've known this lovely lady for over 6 years. She crushes it. She shows up every day on social media. And guess what? She has been working with Aaron and Natalia for a while now. And I wanted her to come on here to share her experience. And then she does have to pop off the call. So Caroline, I'm so glad that you took a few minutes, and also make sure that you tell people where they can follow you so they can actually see what you've done. But I want to turn it over to you. You guys, she's a market mentor. She's earned cars. She's earned trips. She is like family to me. She's like one of my own children. So I'm really happy that you took some time out of your day, Caroline, to share with us. And then you're going to be sharing some other things. And so, honey, take it away.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. It's actually so crazy. I have known Toni for so long, but I've also known Natalia and Aaron for a very long time. So Natalia, when did y'all officially launch? Was that 2020 or 2021?
Yeah, like we've known you for like 4 years, and you've been like the OG first member to ever come into the social studio. Like when we were on Facebook, okay? We've evolved, big girls now. We got big panties on. So Caroline's like the best person to be sharing a testimonial from.
It's actually so crazy. So I started with the social studio, like Natalia just said, right when it launched, because, you know, if you don't know who I am, I'm now 26 years old. I've been in Monat for almost 6 years. I started Monat when I was 20 years old. I was in college. I was going to class all the time. I was trying to fill the gaps of to make money and like still have a social life. I was head of my events in my sorority. So I'm overbooked, underpaid, and I had no idea how to do everything. If you go back to my Instagram, back to the beginning, my Instagram hasn't changed. It's still Carol_Manning. I didn't know what I was doing, and none of us know what we're doing when we start this business. But I was really throwing stuff at the wall to see what stuck. But as we know, in Monat, we are so blessed to be a part of a company that constantly has promotions, new products, sales going on, product of the month, only for yous. We wake up on a random Tuesday and there's a sale. Oh, the next day we're having premium day. Oh, now we're back in Smart Start. Oh, we got to talk about the business. We got to talk about how to be successful at this business. You got to post about other stuff in your life. Like I literally can't even keep up with every single thing that you have to do really to be successful. And I'm not saying that you have to say 27 things every single day, but I was at a point in my business back in 2020. So Toni told a little bit of my story, right? is my career rank right now. I hit director actually November of 2019. So I made it all the way to associate executive director before the pandemic. I had I still have an amazing team. But I built this team when I was in college. So 20 years old, 21 years old, going through the nooks and the crannies of life. And I built a team of people that were just like me. And guess what? When you graduate college, things change, things evolve. Not everyone wants to do this full time. I did, and that's okay. But not everyone does. And so I kind of went through this period of changing everything, graduating college during the pandemic and doing Monat full time. I mean, I treated Monat like a full-time job since the moment I jumped in this business, but really going through this period of what are people doing? Where are we going? And what's going to happen? And my business, honestly, completely changed in 2020, which a lot of yours did. And maybe you weren't here in 2020, and that is amazing because guess what? There is so much more that's coming. But I found that there was so much for me to do and not enough time to do it. And I was spending every Friday, every first of the month, every day that something launched, trying to figure out what to do in my own brain of like, how do I show up for this? How do I text my VIPs? And a lot of times we're saying like, listen, you're overcomplicating it, right? Like, just how would you talk to someone? I've been in this business for 6 years, and sometimes I look at a flash sale and I'm like, what the heck do I text Toni? Like, what do I say to someone? Because there's words everywhere. It feels scrambled. There's 27 products on a list, and I'm just like, where do I even begin? And that's the biggest thing that the social studio does is makes our job so much easier. I don't know how they do it. Like, when we look at our emails and there's so much going on between trips, and I literally went through a list of 12 things. They have a graphic up, and like I don't know what the turnaround time is now, but I know for a long time it was like an hour, 2 hours later. Honestly, even quicker than that. They are so fast that there would be days where, say, my parents own their own company, and Toni knows a lot of this, but my dad's business was so busy that I was going in to help him, and I could go, and don't tell my dad this, but I could go run into the bathroom, take my graphic, send out my text to all of my VIP customers, and my business was working for me while I had to do other stuff for my family. Like, that is the biggest thing with this is like, there are graphics, there are captions. They're going to show you all of this. There's captions to put on your social media. There's literal real ideas. Like, we get so stuck in what we need to do that the social studio breaks down everything that we have. It is so organized, more organized than I will ever be in my entire life. And everything is right in front of you. So really, when I started implementing this, I just found that there was like this weight lifted off of me where I could be less of the chaotic ADHD Caroline of running around, where do I need to focus, to like getting the stuff that I need to out while I could still show my personality on social media. So really the biggest switch for me is being able to say, go on my stories, face to camera, listen, like, people want connection still. So when you join the social studio, don't forget that people love you and they love you for you. But the coolest thing is they have ideas on it, everything that you need to do. So for example, if there's a flash sale and it's buy a conditioner, get a shampoo for $10 or whatever it might be, right? There's going to be a sale graphic that talks about that, and you can go on your camera and be like, oh my gosh, my favorite sale is here. Right now you can get a conditioner and buy a conditioner, get a shampoo for $10. Let me show you all of the different things in a graphic so you can see exactly what you're going to get. Here's the graphic. Here's the call to action. Put the poll there, put the button there, and your business will start to explode. They have so much stuff that goes from testimonies to product info, and sometimes people just want the info in front of them, and it makes it a lot easier. So I could talk all day about what the social studio has done for my business. It has been a complete game changer. It's taken really the stress out of just being like nervous on what I'm going to say, how am I going to do it, how am I going to show up, and just having it right in front of me. And even when there's days, I know that Nikki was talking about it, she'll probably share a little bit more, but it's so much easier to build out, say, your VIP pages online, to text your customers, like to have a graphic. If someone's like, oh, can you tell me about the IR clinical serum? I'm not sending like a text that's this long. I can send them over a beautiful aesthetic graphic that has all of the info, send it over, and they're like, add it to my flagship, right? Then there's a graphic for, here's your only for you products, right? There's a graphic for, you have VIP points, let's go get your coupon. Like, everything is laid out, and it just makes your life a little bit easier. So I can't say enough good things about the social studio, and I'm just glad that I got to be on here. I do have to jump off, but I can look in the if you guys have any questions for me, throw them in the Q&A really quickly before I have to get off. I could ramble about this company all day long.
Oh my
Oh,
God. You.
You're so awesome,
sorry.
Caroline.
Sorry, Toni.
That's
These are my friends, Natalia and Aaron, and they are the absolute best. If it tells you anything about like them and their character, 2 years ago, they flew out to Vegas. And they like took pictures and videos of our downline and helped us create content while we were there. They're literally the best. They're like my friends. I feel like they're my family. Literally I don't even think we had Monet events that year. Maybe it was 2021. And
Right.
yeah, they came to like our big party and it made us feel like it just like sometimes when you're in this business for so long, you feel like you like put on an event and you try and get pictures and then you're overwhelmed and then you're stressed out. And like these two were there to like take these like beautiful moments with our team that we will literally never forget. And they literally did it out of the kindness of their heart. And so I love them, and they're the best company to work with when it comes to graphics. I mean, there's no one that does it like them. When you guys see the back office, just wait. It's like a website in its own. Half the time I'm like, Natalia, I don't even know where to click anymore. There's just everything everywhere. I'm just so thankful for the two of them. Like, they're honestly the best. So
Okay, I didn't know you guys did that. So like, I'm like, Toni, are you guys still doing that? Because that would be amazing. We need to hook that up.
Yeah,
Oh,
we flew out.
my head is already spinning. Oh, there's so much. There's so much.
We honestly are like family. Like we feel like family to you guys. You've been our first big company that really blew up with us, and we've like I said, we've coddled you like babies. Like you are our baby. Like we have the highest amount of subscribers from on 8. You guys are powerhouses. You show up, and it's like we know that you need us because the amount of flash sales and the content that you need is next level. And you guys are the type of people like that. This is the reason why we created our business, because there is just not enough time in the day to make all the content that you guys need to successfully run your business and focus on your income producing activities. So yes, we flew out to Monations one year because we don't get any inside scoop. We were texting Caroline Manning being like, hey, give us flash sale contents. We aren't market partners. We have no affiliation with Mon8. So like to get even inside scoop or any flash sale notifications, like we were reaching out to Caroline to send us the details, send us the PDF flyer. We need to make graphics, like spin them out in 30 minutes to 3 hours to get you guys going. But yeah, no, we went to Monations because we're like, we need to know what new products are being launched. Like we wanted to get some content of you guys. So again, put it all together. Like we feel like family here, even though we're not market partners or whatsoever. And all the worlds collided, the past few weeks while we were planning this call. And I'm going to talk a little bit, share a very short story. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to get right into it because we want to talk to you guys and give you so much value today. I'm going to present, we made a special PowerPoint for you guys that, can you guys see? Oh, Carol's leaving. Bye, Carol. We love you. Thank you so much.
I want to say one thing before you guys go, because just to put it into like more of a perspective about these two, when they say like they went to Monations, they've like literally came to Vegas. I remember the year that you guys weren't there when they were talking about the color changing bottles and the IR clinical. Before we left session, we had graphics that were ready with polls and call to actions for us. Like that is the stuff that they do, that there's no way that us sitting in the session would be able to get these. I have chills. Like my whole business exploded from me being able to share it right away. And I think that when we're on these big trips, you get so caught up in like, where do I even begin? And them working behind the scenes, it just explodes your business, and you really don't have to like have that thinking head on there for those first couple of days. So I love you guys. Just join the social studio. It'll change your life. Bye.
We love you, Caro. Thank you so much again. Okay, guys, we're going to get right to it. We're going to talk about branding. We're going to talk about content creation, a little bit about Aaron and I. You guys can trust us. You are in good hands when you come with us. But we were once in the network marketing industry. We built the top of our companies back in 2017. We were the #1 enroll. Aaron was the #1 enroller, and I was always top 10. We walked across stage every year, like getting our medals and awards because we were the #1 enrollers and recruiters in the entire company. That says a lot about someone, just besides being a top income earner, right? The top enrollers and the top recruiters are the ones really doing the dirty, and they're doing something that's attracting people in. And Aaron and I were really, really good at creating graphics in Canva. So good that everyone in our company was screenshotting and stealing all of our stuff. because corporate wasn't providing anything. And if they did provide something, it wasn't converting into sales. So Aaron and I got to speak at our company event on social media, and we were like, damn, we're really good at this. Like, this is so good. But we knew that there was a missing piece of the pie, not just for our company, but across the board. So we launched the Social Studio back in 2020. And that's when it like became a thing. We noticed this like a huge, it kind of like boomed. Everyone's business was booming in 2020. We were creating content and people were getting massive results from joining our Social Studio. And now back in 2023, like a few years later, we kind of switched up our studio membership, which we'll show you, because there has been a big shift in the industry. And we really wanted to start showing these women who were killing it in the industry. Like we wanted to be able to create content to help other people who maybe weren't really fully equipped with all the tools and skills that they needed in Canva to create the newer content that was really converting in sales. So what's updated now is what's working and people are moving and grooving. I mean, over the course of since 2020, I feel like we've had about 8,000, we have 8,000 people subscribed to our Social Studio, and we do content for 14 different network marketing companies. But you guys are our #1 subscription. So Monty, you guys have the highest amount of people, which is so awesome. But today we're going to talk about brand strategy. We're going to talk to you about all the important things that you need to have a solid brand on Instagram, and also intertwine what we have in the Social Studio to make that happen, not only for your money business, for you as a brand yourself, because that, like Carol said, people are buying from you guys and you need to have a brand and good content to put out there. And we do it all for you in the Social Studio. We're going to walk you step by step on like brand strategy and all that stuff. So maybe if you guys are on this call, you might be thinking like, what the heck is branding? Do I need a brand? Like, what is this? You can drop a amen in the comments. But we want to talk about why having a brand strategy on Instagram is so imperative. And this might be redundant for some of you guys, but the first impression that you make when someone lands on your page is everything. And if they come to your page and don't see anything professional or value added, they might hop right off, right? Just like you watching TV. You come on a commercial, you're done. You're like, skip it, skip ad. But if you get locked into something really good that you want to continue consuming because it's valuable to you and you are enjoying it, they will stay around. So your first impression is so important. You want to establish trust and respect with your audience. Okay, that is the biggest piece of the pie. People buy from who they like, know, and trust, and having a brand that is professional and like is consistent really builds trust with your audience and will help you gain more followers, and actually screw the followers, gain more sales and conversions. That's what we're after, right? No one cares about how many followers, the vanity metrics. I want to know how many people you're converting on your back end, right? Another big piece of the pie of stopping your scroll, especially in the network marketing industry, making them click, is you need to have stuff that stands out, right? Stopping the scroll is super important. So if you're just posting corporate content or posting stuff that everyone else is posting, you know, you're just going to fit in like everyone else. But if you can create scroll stopping graphics like we do in the studio, it's going to really help you make them stop, read what you're saying, and purchase from you in the long run. Another great thing about branding is distinguishing yourself from others, staying top of mind for your prospects. Okay, so these are all really important reasons why branding is so important and why you need it. So for option A, option B, I don't know about you, but it's pretty simple. You can comment in the section below, like where you're going to dinner tonight. Okay, option B, I'm in it. All right, I'm going there. I'm dining with my friends. I'm having a good night. Option A, the forward facing, like, I don't know if I'm going to walk in the door. I just don't know. Like, even just the way that it is, you know, no judgment here. But if I were to pick which one I was going to eat dinner at, just based off of the forward facing, what I see, you know, option B is where I'm going. There might be amazing people inside option A and the service might be fabulous, but since the door's outer part looks like that, I might not be walking in. Okay. I want you guys to think about this as your own Instagram account, your own branding, and the way that you present yourself forward facing to people before they even get in the door. Okay. Huge factor for people to come on in and work with you. We work with all different sorts of people, not just the network marketing company. This is actually a custom brand client that we've done. We've kind of remade her Instagram account. You can't see her follower count, but she grew like, you know, not an insane viral amount, but over 300 followers during the time of us transforming her account, which was like 3 weeks or so. Before I don't know about the before, but she sold like, I don't know, 30 million in real estate, maybe more. And just her Instagram account just didn't speak that to me. So I was really excited to work with her and kind of transform her into the person who she really is, right? 30 million a year in sales or houses sold and just crushing it, providing so much value in her field and really, really, you know, having a beautiful presentation forward facing. Again, if you can choose which real estate agent to work with, I'm sure the after one would be a lot more enticing. Okay.
Yeah, and even if she had 0 sales, if you saw the girl on the right, you would think she was running a $3 million business and you would trust her more because it looks put together on the first impression. And that's why this is so important, because like that restaurant, you might never walk through the door and get to know how great of a service this woman would provide to you because it doesn't look presentable, professional. So that's why your Instagram grid is so important.
Yeah. Sorry, Erin, I forgot you were here. Erin likes to hide behind the computer, but we do love her a lot. She keeps everything moving around here. Okay, signs you need to niche down on your Instagram content. All right, I want you guys to really think about this as we go through it, each one. All right, you don't use templates for your posts. Okay, just throwing some pictures up and praying that something sticks. You're not proud to share your account because you're a little self-conscious of what you're putting out there because you don't have the time, and it's really, really hard to do that. All right, you're constantly comparing yourself to other people's accounts and or anyone in your business or company who's killing it. Like the comparison thing, it might be time for you to redo your Instagram, niche down a little bit, and really get crystal clear on your branding. You're struggling to post consistently because you don't know who you're talking to, who your like clientele is, what your niche is, what you want to talk about. And you never know what to post because you just need some direction. And your account isn't growing, or more importantly, you're not making those consistent sales whenever you do post about your money business. Okay. Tip number 1 on building a brand on Instagram is aesthetics. Okay. This is a visual platform. Okay. I know a lot of social media experts will tell you, like, let it be messy. Who cares? Yes, it's fine because you'll be consistent, but we can help you be really beautiful and consistent with your aesthetics. Okay. So fonts, colors, photography, and templates is what's going to help you have this beautiful forward facing aesthetic that is going to attract more people to you. Number 2 is your brand pillars, which is your niches, like hair, skin, any other interests you have is really that makes you your brand, right? That makes you who you are. So these are the 2 most important factors of really building out your brand. You guys can take a screenshot of this or take a picture. Hold on one second. I want to move this over. These are where we source fonts, colors, photography, and templates. So the fonts, you can go on creativemarket.com. You can pick your own font that you use branding for all of your content. So when people see that font, they're like, oh, that's Toni's graphic. Like this is her font. Like this is her, this is her branding. I know that it's her because I know this font. So you can go on creativemarket.com, pick your own font. As you see through all of our content and mostly in the studio, you'll notice that our font is like this one right here. And it's kind of all over the place. Okay. That's recognizable for people. Another big piece is colors. You can just go on Pinterest. You can search color palettes to find your color palette. We were just complimenting Toni on her purple hair and like the purple in the background. When I see purple, I think of Toni. I really do. Okay. If I see someone like with purple on, like think about a person that you see a color, it reminds you of someone, right? So having colors in your brand is really important, and being consistent in those is really key. Colors or even like moods and stuff like that. Like if you like neutrals and stuff, people might, oh, Natalia loves wearing neutral clothes. I feel like she would like that shirt. That's the kind of brand impression you want to create on someone to remember. So colors, go to Pinterest. Photography, we always recommend personal branding photos for yourself. Grab a friend, use a selfie timer on your phone, or invest in some brand photography that's super professional that you can add into your content. And then we do use stock images. You can go pexels.com. Social Squares, which is now a company called Elevate. They have a subscription service where you can actually use their stock images. They're really beautiful, and Hot Stock as well. We also found another new one that's really great, and it's called Kaboom Pics. It's free, and they have really great stock photography as well. Templates, we only use Canva. That's it. And it's super easy because you can go in and edit all the templates and customize it, create a brand board in there to really bring your brand and vision to life. So start using those. If you don't know how, we can help you. Number 2 for branding is the 80-20 rule. If you take anything out of this call today, I want it to be this. The only reason why Erin and I were wildly successful in our network marketing businesses is because we only talked about our business 20% of the time. I know that sounds crazy, but if you are getting on every single day to only talk about money, people are going to tune you out. Okay. I know there's some girls in your company who are high leaders that talk about money every day, and you like tuning into their stuff because it helps you. But for most people on the outside looking in, they want to see more than just money from you. Okay. Just think of yourself as a reality TV show versus a billboard ad. Same thing with those YouTube commercials. We hate them, right? Skip ad. Even your kids, they're 2 years old and they don't want to watch it either. All right. No one wants to tune in to like a show with commercials, sponsored ad and graphics. And when you go and promote your business or your products, hey, buy this from me. No. Every single day, it gets old. Okay. They want to see you. They want to see your life. They want to be entertained. They want to learn something, and they want to feel something. So your post should only be about 20% money and 80% the rest of your life and your interests that maybe aren't bringing you any income, but people are tuning in because they're very engaged in what you're doing. And again, Caroline Manning, great example. She is so passionate about Peloton, and she posts about her workouts all the time. It has nothing to do with money, but people follow her because of her Peloton journey. And again, once these followers from Peloton or wherever come in onto her page, and then she throws up a flash sale graphic or shares her hair transformation, these people that were once tuning into her Peloton content are now seeing her Monat stuff and like, wow, I need to buy from her. All right. And they're learning more about the business that she does with money and the hair care products that she sells, skincare, hair care, everything. All right.
And let me tune in real quick. Buy 20% money. That doesn't mean not talking about skin health, hair health. There are girls killing it on Instagram because all they're talking about is scalp health, but it's not talking about Monat scalp scrub every day. They're talking about hair oil and why that's beneficial and all of the tips to get glass hair and all of that. It's very niche focused, but it's not waving your Monat flag around being like, buy my crap. That's not what is happening all in that 20%, like giving value on why you should purchase this product instead of just being like, buy my Monat stuff. That's the big difference there too, because you don't ever have to talk about your personal life at all, but you need to be talking about something other than just Monat products. And we'll get into that with the niche content.
We'll show it to you once so you can see an example because it can be a little confusing. Okay, so the majority of your posts should be focused on educating number 1, like so good, entertaining, engaging, and evoking emotion from your followers in order to build your own personal brand. Again, you are not Monat corporate. You are your own person. Okay. And Monat is just a branch of what you have to offer on your page. Instead of feeling like they're constantly being sold Monat products from sales and promos. Okay. We're going to show you exactly how to do this. And you can trust us because Erin and I have built an insane business doing the same method and everything that we preach here. We do it ourselves, and we are a product of our product. I want you guys to write this down or take a picture of it. Erin and I trained on stage at over 20,000 people about our H5 method. And still to this day, we still use it and it works really, really well. All right. With this method, we've built an insane business with our social studio. So H starts for heartfelt. All right. Emotional, raw, real, pulls the heartstrings of other people and gets them to feel something. Okay. This is where you get vulnerable. Maybe sharing your skin journey. You have acne all over your face, and then now you're starting to use the Be Purified line, and you see this transformation, like that heartfelt emotion people are feeling it on the other end too, because maybe they too are struggling. Okay. This is where you're really going to get a deep connection with someone for them to like, know, and trust you, because they might be going through the same thing. And it might have nothing to do with money. Maybe you struggle with anxiety and like you talk about X, Y, and Z or any problems or emotional stuff that you have. It's a good thing to talk about. All right. And being consistent with that, like being open. F is for funny. All right. We get all like the emotional stuff, but then people can still come to your page and get a good laugh. All right. They can come to you when they're having a bad day and they see a story and they're like, man, this girl's so great. She's hilarious. I need to keep following her. Like she makes me feel good. All right. They laugh and they want to have a good time. So showing your silly personality, memes, your quirkiness, whatever that means. All right. And then I is for interest, and it's what you enjoy outside of your business. Hobbies, books, ideas, beliefs. People can really see you as a person when you can really share other things about you besides your business. Okay. Maybe you are totally focused into, you love gardening or you love cooking, and you can share any interest that you have that can provide value to your followers is great, which is the next thing. V, value. Provide it, ask for it, educate your audience, and ask for advice. This is like, you're really on here to help people, and you're also asking people to help you. So providing value and asking for it is one of the best ways to gain trust, like no factor, but also build a connection with someone if you're asking for their advice, because people love to talk about themselves. So it's a great way to get your engagement going for sure, which is the last one, which is engage, is E. Anything that will get someone to be social with you. DMs, polls, question box, being interactive. Like try not to think about this every person on the internet as a transaction, but more of a friendship and a connection that you will later build on who might be in your business one day. So this engagement factor is really important because you want to give people the chance to connect with you so they can get to know you on a deeper level, and like vice versa for them. All right. H5 method. It's great. Use it. If you can post these things, if you can do this, maybe not every day, but every week during the week, you can make a checklist. It'll be really good. You'll be a well-versed social media poster if you can give all these things in a week's time. Tip number 3 is stopping the scroll. This is where Erin and I really, I feel like, can help you big time. People are busy. They usually listen with their sound off. They scroll through a lot of content quickly. And your primary goal is to catch their attention and make that stop tapping by creating intrigue. And we really do this in the social studio for you by adding graphics with hooks, reel covers with hooks, catchy visuals, design in a way that actually draws people in rather than taps them away. I'm sure you've gone on stories and seen people's posts before, and you're like, they're just talking with no captions and you don't even know what they're saying. You're just tapping by. Maybe they're just talking about a flash sale or a really good piece of advice on like the hair oil, and you completely just missed it because there was nothing to stop their scroll, right? Like I want to see a hot graphic that's going to grab my attention. That's like, wow, this is a beautiful image and I'm going to read it because it looks really good and it's easy to read. Those are the types of things that we really help you in the studio. Same with your reel covers. A lot of people have reels with no words on them, and no one's going to click when they see it on your feed. And we'll show you an example in just a hot minute, but stopping the scroll is important. So as I go, posting graphics with valuable info to establish yourself as an authority in your niche. So carousels, story graphics, and reel covers is going to be really helpful for people to stop the scroll and actually like tune into what you're sharing. Did I miss one? No. All right. Just to give you guys a little bit of a this or that. The left is corporate content that we see a lot of you guys, maybe not all of you, but a lot of people post on their actual Facebook page, on their stories, and on their feed. I mean, it looks like Money Corporate, which is fine. But then you start using our niche content, our hair niche content, and this is what your grid could look like with amazing reel covers and posts and carousels. It's a big difference, okay? It looks like a personal brand versus a corporate company. And that's what we're really trying to help you do and achieve. So I'm sure you'd rather follow the person on the right because it looks a little bit more put together and comes from an actual person instead of a company.
The one on the left looks like I'm gonna learn something, and oh my gosh, if I click my biggest mistakes, I would love, if I
Right.
have loved Natalia, she has made me laugh. I've connected with her because she's talked about her anxiety, and I have that. I trust her. And then she tells me her biggest mistake she's ever made. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm gonna click that because it says right there, and I want to learn that. Where if her profile looked like the one on the left, I'd be like, wait, all she does is sell money. That's all I'm going to get out of her. I don't want to be sold money, even if I might in 2 months, but I'm not even going to click on anything because I don't want to be sold crap right now. I just want to connect with her and learn something from her. Oh, I need to learn how to style my hair when it's wet because I look like a wet dog. So I'm going to click one and I'm going to learn. So this is imperative that we know that A is bad, B is great, and this is the exact type of content that you will get inside the social studio if A, you don't know how to create it yourself, or B, you don't have time. So
Love
okay.
that. All right, contrasting colors, easy to read fonts, and complementary colors. Aaron and I are experts. This is what we do. It's what we live for. But we see people make graphics and you just can't read them. Can't read them. Like then they're just going to scroll right by. You're just missing the ball based off of the content creation. Even if you are making your own graphics in Canva and you absolutely love it, like they just might not really convert because of contrast, easy to read fonts, and complementary colors. I'm going to give you an example of someone you guys probably know really well. Colleen Nichols, No Shame Sales Game. She's one of our good friends. We were able to rebrand her Instagram account by giving her some new stuff that she can put out there, because the one on the left was just hurting my eyeballs. Okay, I had to go get LASIK eye surgery to read this because it hurt me so bad. And you guys can see the big difference here on the left. That font is just really hard to read. Like it hurts me, hurts my eyes. Same thing with the color contrast, the pink with the blue in the font. It's just hard, okay? We see this all the time, people commenting, I can't read your font, like it's so hard to read. Can you change your font? Can you change your colors? So we rebranded her on the right side. She has her logo in there, her handle, and it's just way easier to read. I mean, it's easy on the eye. So contrast and colors plays a big role in branding, and it could steer people away from reading your stuff. All right. Honestly, Colleen has been very successful and known for this. So she's built a brand over her like quote fonts, but what we created for her is just elevated the presence and easy to read on the eyes for sure. Another big piece of the pie for stopping your scroll is splitting up your stories and what you're saying for easier reading and more engagement. So there's a ton of you guys. Show of hands if you've ever done this before. On the left-hand side, you have like a whole novel. You've written a whole book on one story slide, and then you just have a link that says start today. I don't even know what I don't even think I've ever read this one graphic because I don't even know what it's about, but it's basically like a word vomit, and then it's like, join my business, start today. Okay. We don't want to be doing that. No. Okay. No one is going to read all of that. No one's going to click the link. So what we do in the studio is we give you guys a story, an actual Instagram story with 4 to 5 to 7 slides that is actually going to move people through to read and like connect. All right. So there's 4 to 5 different graphics on here. There's an intro that's going to grab some attention with some big bags of money. And then there's a second slide that's cultivating the conversation by adding a sticker or poll to interact. And then there's other slides that give you broken down stuff. So it's very easy to digest. And at the end of it, there's a call to action, which we always do in all of our content. You are not going to see this in Canva. You'll see a 1 slide series and that's it. We create a whole 5 slide, 7 slide, 4, 5, 6, 10. And you can post all of these, and then in between weave video content of you talking to get your point across and add your personal touch to the content. So people will tap a graphic, then like hear video of you talking, and then you can add more content, and it just helps get the point across, right? And people are engaged throughout from story slide 1 to like 10 instead of just tapping once and being gone. All right. We pride ourselves in creating content like that because it's so helpful for really bringing it home. Create a cohesive grid with strategically designed posts hitting on your H5 method that we talked about earlier. This is a great slide to screenshot. All right. as you can see here, this is basically, think about this as your mocked up Instagram feed, okay? This is your feed. When you have branding and colors that you're using, we like to strategically place them away from each other to create a really beautiful aesthetic on your page. If you had 3 boxes of black graphics all next to each other, they're going to be a little bit hard to like stand out. So we weave them within other colors of your branding. So let's say your branding, the middle one, for example, is like navy blue, light blue, and some gray and neutrals. You can see how your eyes like flow. Whereas if you had 3 of these dark blues on the bottom, like your eyes are going to go right to there. So this is all strategic. Not only is it strategic, it's just a lot more aesthetically pleasing. And also on these grid mockups, there's examples of content that you could start posting that are just giving you some ideas. So you can use these if you want. They're all like hitting on that H5. Quick tip in a graphic would be value. Photo of you with a motivational caption could be heartfelt. You know, these are all things that are working on that H5 method, that it's going to keep you standing out, and also just giving people different content every day. All right. And last but not least, sharing about your products in a professional, show-stopping way. And that is how we're going to show you in the social studio what that is for you guys as market partners. All right. So I'm going to take you through, we can take a minute while I'm going to stop sharing real quick. I'm going to log into our back end so you can see the studio. We'll give a little time. Erin can do a little Q&A if you guys have any questions. I'm going to log in, and I talk too much. Sorry. But like,
No, it's fine. I just wanted to reiterate, you guys, if you have questions, drop them in the chat, and then we're going to do an open QA at the end of this. So maybe your questions might be answered as she goes through, like, I'm going to call it the back studio. But you know, just think about the things that that she just shared with you, and what questions you have moving forward into, you know, creating this incredibly cohesive brand.
yes. Okay, I'm getting in here. We're going to show you the goodies. Okay, I'm going to share screen again. We're going to go in, and I'm going to show you guys the social studio. Okay, you're going to see everything that we have for you in here. And I think once we show you all this, everything that we talked about, it's really going to click, because we do it all for you. And if your head's spinning and you're like, this is a lot to take in, that's why people subscribe to our studio, because we do it all. All right, so this is our flagship membership. It's $36 a month. All right, if you buy our yearly, it's less than $30 a day. And you have access to all of this content. All right, Erin, should we go Monate first and then niche stuff?
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about Monate first, because I feel like you guys are first off, you have access to all of the content from all the companies we do. We made it very simple because, you know, some people do 2 different things, or maybe you love one product, you're an affiliate for one other company or whatever, but let's focus on Monate. This is where all of your juicy goods lie. All right, so you have a flash sale folder. You guys probably have the bulkiest flash sale folder of all. Well, not right now, but it's just constantly being added to, okay? Whatever's current flash sale that you can create at the time, that's what's up. So this is flash sale content, all right? 3 for $39. We do Canada pricing. Don't worry about that. All of this stuff is done for you, okay? We have everything done. All that long list of products, it's here. You can send this one graphic out to all your VIPs, like the product list of stuff. We have it in Canada too, all right? You can have a favorites. Like, this is where you add your personal touch. You can go in and customize things. I'll show you in Canva. But these are all the graphics done. They look really big on the computer, but you can literally drag and drop this to your desktop. You can click on it, hold it on your phone, and you can save it right to your camera roll. Everything's done for you. So if you don't want to have to think twice about anything, just download what it is and post it.
And every time we post flash sale content, you'll get an email that says, hey, your flash sale content is live. And you just click on the link in the email and it pops up right on your phone. So like if you're at the grocery store or you're in the parking lot dropping off your kid from school, you just click it real quick, hold the photos down, they save to your phone, and you can post them straight to your Instagram stories, or text them to your VIPs, or throw them in your group chat on Facebook, whatever. It's so quick and simple.
Yeah. So the cool part about this is you can actually go and edit this. All right. You can go and edit the content. And we highly recommend you guys do this. Flash sales don't spend so much time, but if you can just go in here and flop this out for a picture of you with holding a Monat bottle, like, all power to you. It's going to elevate your branding. All right. People know that you're spending time like creating content, even though it's like you're taking 2 minutes out of your day to switch a graphic up, to add your photo in. Even this one, like, message me. It could be one of your brand photos. You might not even like the color gray, and you might be like, you know what? I'm purple ride or die. And you want to switch it up and do something a little bit, I don't know. Let's change it. Here, we just made Toni's flash sale content for her. Here you go, Toni. All right. We just pressed changed all the colors. So if you are a purple girl and your branding's purple and you want to keep it consistent, you can go in and edit everything. Okay. You don't have to go and search what the flash sale content is or anything. It's all done for you. You can save it, but you also have the option to customize it. You are having access. We're giving you like legal licensing to edit the templates that we created. All right. So that in itself is a game changer. Now, all your flash sales will be there. Whenever there's any monthly promos that drop, they'll be in this folder. So for example, we have Tulum content in here that is ready to go. All right. You can just post whatever you want and share it. All right. Pretty simple and done for you. Again, you still have the option to edit stuff. February product of the month, body duo, all this content's done. And, we're giving you all of the details on here as well. I feel like, I don't know if the only for you stuff is, I need to probably publish it. It should have been published, for February. And then this is all of the category content for pretty much evergreen stuff that you can use whenever you want to get on and provide value and educate your audience. I don't know if I've ever really seen anyone post about like the hair masks in a good way to like educate like which one I need personally for my hair. So we made 5 Monat hair masks and what each one features. Like, I think that it's really helpful to educate your audience on each of the masks and which one like they need help with, or you can have them have a poll here, a question box, and then you can recommend something for them. All right.
And this also gives you content ideas. If you're like, what should I post about today? Oh, I love these mask graphics. Yeah, maybe I'll go actually show what mask I use. I'll show how I put it in my hair, what it does for me. And then you can say, hey, if you need a hair mask, here's the different options for different hair types. But like Caroline was saying, people are visual learners, and seeing those graphics laid out that explains is super helpful for them, because a lot of people are too scared to ask you questions. They don't message you and say, hey, which hair mask should I get? But you just educated them on it. And now they can say, oh my gosh, I have that kind of hair. I need that kind of mask. Can you add that to my flagship? Done.
This is a great graphic to show you guys the 20%, the 80 that you could be sharing, the 80%, 80-20. You have Monat weaved in a little bit. Best hair secret, zero gatekeeping. Use less heat, shampoo twice, and then add thickening serum, like specifically one with caffeine to help encourage new growth. Like, we've like basically took some of our generic niche stuff and specified it more for your Monat product. Like, I use both a scalp scrub and a scalp rinse. You're not promoting it. You're not like flashing it in people's faces, but you're just saying that like I use it. Someone might respond to your stories off of this slide alone, being like, wait, what scalp scrub do you use? What scalp rinse are you using to help with this? And like, what oil are you using? So you can keep it generic and niche focused without being like, you need Rejuvenique oil, right? Like flashing it in their face, providing the value and adding it into stories. Like, this is key to what's really, really working in the industry right now. All right. So you can scroll for days. Okay. 5 benefits of switching to my favorite shampoo. Like, we have mastered it all. Micellar water, like shampoo, whatever you need. If you are like, I need IR clinical line content, and I'm going to type it in the search box, and I'm going to press search, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to find IR clinical stuff. Here you go. Oprah Daily, IR Clinical Serum. You got graphics ready to go. If you just want to get on, like, I need to talk about IR Clinical today, but I have no graphics to post about. You can come into our studio. You can start posting about the graphics in your stories, and you can resize things to make it a carousel. You have full range of whatever. All right. This scrolls for days. You can keep pressing next for probably like 2 years since we launched the studio, and you'll never run out of, you want pet shampoo? We got it. All right. We got graphics on it, everything, sunscreen, you name it, it's here. All right. So that's all content categories. We go back.
And this is what we mean by professional content and not just screenshotting Monat's Instagram stories and posting them as your own. This is way, way better, way less spammy.
So we are in the process. We have someone translating for Spanish. We have the flash sale promotion. We are working on like growing our Spanish back up again. We had a pretty big Spanish following. And again, we do have the ability, Toni, if this is like, if you have a big team of Spanish, like we have a translator that will translate all the content. That's in the works right now to like restart that up. So it's just kind of like loading. That's all Monat stuff. Okay. That alone, with the amount of sales and stuff that you guys have, is worth the $36 in itself. But you haven't seen half of what we do. Okay. Every month we drop niche content for you guys. You'll have access to 2 months at a time. So the current February content right now is loaded. We mock up a whole niche grid for you. Okay. This isn't like go and post every single thing. But like any of the stock photos that we have in here, it's like, go recreate this photo of you yourself and go post it. So we have skin, we have non-tox living, we have health and wellness, we have nails. This is like the one niche that you guys don't do. Makeup, hair, and entrepreneurship. Okay. You can come into any one of these niches every single month, and you guys will have 15 posts, content ideas ready for you to go, carousels, reel covers, you name it. Like we have thought of every hot hook that's going to grab people's attention. 3 ways to promote healthy hair for free. All right. It's giving people some value to their feed, which again, it's not Monat related, but it's still it's in your niche. All right. You guys can go and edit these as well. And change them up. Make sure to shampoo twice, follow me for more hair tip. This is the value that people want to see on your page. And then they're going to want to buy your Monat products. We give you directions. We give you the Canva template link for the feed. So you can make it into a carousel post, or you can post it in your stories, or make it even a reel cover. And then you can go and talk about 3 ways to promote healthy hair. I can go on and on for all this stuff. But again, this is a stock photo that we mocked in. This would be a great picture. Like go post a photo of you with your favorite product to help split ends. Okay. Maybe it's you with your Rejuva beads or whatever. We have a caption ready to go. You can use it and zhuzh it up, but this is a post to just give you some content to get moving on. Okay. My step-by-step scalp care routine, great time to promote about your scalp scrub, which we have in here. Okay. Scalp oil, serum, all this stuff. All right, guys, for days and days. So this is the hair mock-up with the feed. If you kind of post in order, we always keep you guys in mind when we create hair content, because again, we know that you are using it and it's for Monat. So we kind of keep things very like generic, but in a way that we talk about scalp scrub. We talk about like, everything that Monat has. It's just not Monat specific. Skincare, hair care, makeup, everything, entrepreneurship. We have a ton of stuff in here that talks about, being a business owner, automation on your business, workday routine. I mean, there's so much. Let's celebrate a celebratory post on your business. There's client testimonials, talk about social selling, stress about money, my entrepreneurship journey, 3 reasons why I'll never quit this business, like a carousel, ready to go. Okay. Industry and products, flexibility, community. Okay. It's all good. We have it story size, carousel posts. That's all of February. And then there's also all January content as well. So we always mock everything up. I'm not even going to go in there. You guys can see it once you get in here. There's lifestyle prompts that we give you. We drop in there frequently just so it's something other to talk about than your Monat business, okay? Vision board, top 2023 top buys, 2024 goals, top 3 bestsellers. Maybe you have Amazon stuff that you share. We do these on the regular when we post them monthly. So it's just lifestyle content. Recruiting graphics. How many of you guys just choke up when you get your stories rolling about talking about the business opportunity, right? I want to throw a 1 in the comments if you are just not comfortable about talking about the opportunity that social selling has, that Monat can offer. Okay. It might just not come easy to you. This is where you need to be in our direct selling and recruiting hub. We have come up with the most amazing recruiting content. Obviously, you still need to weave your face in here. But all this content is really like making social selling cool, making network marketing cool, like justifying that this business opportunity is the best in the world and everyone's doing it type of thing. Again, we're just saying like, social selling's the future. Like all of these big celebrities are partnering and being affiliates and brand partners or whatever for each company, like whatever. We've made all the cool stuff. Again, months, days, years of scrolling where you guys can have recognition, graphics, content, edit at all. I don't even want to go this is just like goes down deep. Okay. So many good ideas on content prompts for you guys to use, edit, and customize. And then generic templates, there's a ton of stuff in here that you guys can use that, again, if you want to go and talk about 3 steps to blank less now, like you can go and be creative and create your own stuff in here. It's time to shake up your blank goals. Like if you want to talk about the wellness line with Monet, you can go and edit all this stuff. Okay. In Canva, like there's nothing in here that's generic like this that has a lot of story slides, but you can go in here in Canva and start using and editing it however you want. Okay. Did I get everything? Are people still on?
Yes, you have a captive audience.
Okay, I love it. Sometimes when we do calls like this a lot, and I feel like sometimes I'm like, are they sick of us? But I like to show everything because it's important. Let me go and share the rest of our PowerPoint, which is pretty much done. But we just want to like take it home and ask any questions that people might have. Let me go back to Canva real quick.
And you guys hold on, stay on till the end because they're going to share something really cool.
Yes. Throw any questions down in the question box. Erin, can you see them?
Yeah, I've been answering questions.
Okay, cool. Awesome. I know that, is it just personally them getting it answered?
I don't think so. I'm clicking not private.
Hold on. Let me share my screen. Okay, so I know that sometimes people are like, well, who's using your content? Like who's in here? We have a majority of all of the top leaders in the company using the studio or at least having it in their onboarding. Chelsea Coleman's a big leader, has been in from a really long time, and we have all these testimonials. I think the biggest piece of the pie for most leaders is that it's taking the stress load away for them and supporting their team and making sure that they have content. She's like, I have all my team members subscribe because I believe it truly sets them up for success. And then another big one, Liz Lugo, the social studio has been a game changer for my business. Being an SED, super busy with tons of chats, calls, and life. Having access to the super cute graphics has allowed me to delegate a very important part of running my personal business. Again, she's busy, right? She has a lot of stuff going on. She doesn't have time to get into Canva and make stuff. So you probably see her posting all of our flash sale content a lot. And she always refers people in here and tells them to get in. It's really great for people who are just getting started in the business. Again, Kayla Caputo, another big time social studio member. And she always says like Canva doesn't come easy to her. She's definitely busy doing a ton of other things and just logging in to the library. And she said, everyone needs this for her business. Okay. These are just a few of the testimonials we have gotten. Again, I can name Sarah Hill, Brittany Rose. Again, besides all the top leaders that are like killing it, and Samantha Hodges, Jacqueline Goldrich, like all of them are in the studio. But I think the biggest thing for them is that they have the accessibility to give this to their team, not share the content, because it is for personal use only. Just so you guys know that it's not like go share the graphics in a team chat. It's for individual use, but they recommend their team to get in because once they know they're with us and in the social studio, they don't have to stress about content creation. All right. So we have a ton of testimonials in that regards, as far as you saw and heard from Caroline. And we did have a MP Social Studio Instagram, which we grew like to a ton of followers, and then we had to regrow it again. But we've kind of switched everything over to our Join the Social Studio account. So make sure to follow us there. Some of you guys might still be following our MP Social Studio Instagram. You could go and check it out. It'll link you back to our Join the Social Studio page. But this is where like all of our main stuff is now. If you guys have any questions that might have not gotten answered on this call, like just reach out to us. We are here to serve you. Like without you guys, our business doesn't run. So we need to help you in every single possible way. And we're so grateful that Toni has invited us on, and we are like all in with you guys. Okay. Like whatever Toni needs, like we're doing it. Okay. Well, if she needs us to wake up at 3 a.m. and make some kind of graphic for you guys, like we're doing it. All right. We're all in. We're a part of the family now. We've been a part. Okay. The coolest part about it all is we're going to give you all half off your first month in the social studio. Okay. Just get in there, try it out. Tell me it doesn't make your life a little bit more simple. If anything that it does, like we can't promise that you're going to get more sales and more like business, because that's a big part of you. But we can promise you that if you use this tool, it is going to save you so much time to continue to do more income producing activities, to not only get new people in, but cultivate the relationships of the people that you've already had, like checking in with your current customers. Like that takes time too. The reoccurring revenue of your business is a big portion of maintaining it. So if you can worry about the new sales and stuff to get new people in with our social studio, you can go and focus on your like market partners and or VIPs who should be ordering from you like every few months, So use the code MONAT, MONAT, in the studio, and we'll give you the link and everything. Toni, I guess we'll probably share it after the call, or should we drop it in the chat box? I don't know if they'll see it.
Yeah, I don't think they'll see it. So what will happen, everybody that registered, I'll send out a bulk email with and don't forget that we started a new Facebook group just so we can have that interaction, and that we can all help each other out. So I will include that. But the other thing is too, is you guys, it's US dollars. So they're based here in the US. But here's the other thing, is that you only have until Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to take advantage of this. Let me preface this. I could have had them offer you full price and gotten a referral or an affiliate fee. I did not do that, you guys, because you know that I'm here to provide service. Yep. And so therefore, you can send this to anyone on your team. Yeah. So, before we take any, you guys want to do questions now, right?
Yeah, we can, for sure.
I've answered a lot of them already in the chat. You can use the link that Toni will send out in an email or post in the Facebook group, but that code will also work if you're just on our Instagram and you click the link in the bio. You're signing up for the social studio is the monthly $36, which you'll get for $18. And then you'll just click the classic subscription, which is your $36 a month. And then you can click money and you're in the right spot. And then you enter the code money and it will.
I'm sorry. I thought for sure you guys had a QR code that they could just scan. Do you have that?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to actually make one to send out to people for you guys. And then that way they can just sign up.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. We have a link with the code all ready to go. Like, so they don't have to type in the discount code and stuff, and it'll just automatically take the $18 off. So it's 18 for the first month. So we can make sure that you guys get that.
Okay. So hold on a second. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this while we're on here now.
So like to just do a QR code real quick so them to grab it.
Sure. If you want to.
QR code creator.
Let me Cheryl asked if you're obligated for a year, and no, you just sign up for a month. If you don't use it, just cancel. All you will have done is paid $18. If you want to stick around, great. You can cancel at any time if you're on a monthly plan. What is it until Tuesday? The half off first month. Yes. You can only use the code until Tuesday at 9 p.m. and then it will go away like Cinderella's carriage.
There were two questions here. I don't think that they got answered. One, so you guys can use AI or Google Translate, because somebody had asked about French, and French is actually, it's a pretty small population, but they're mighty. But you guys, there's ways around that. Like if you want more stuff, and again, we have a lot of bilingual people, Polish, Lithuanian, Russians, all that kind of stuff. So use the tools that are available in order to translate. If you need to do that, it only takes seconds.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
A few questions about our branding offers, and we do one-on-one custom branding if you want us to completely make over your Instagram account and not lift a finger. We will do the colors and the logos and all of that and create your templates for you. It's a lot of work, so it definitely is. Look at you, Natalia. You're
Dude,
awesome.
I'm proud of myself. Can you make sure that works, please? Scan that code, sister.
Yes. Dang. But back to branding, that is a high ticket offer. It is way higher ticket than the $36 monthly. Nice job. But yes, that is an offer we do have. We also just released a new offer that is less of an investment than one-on-one with us. And if you are looking to completely rebrand your Instagram account and want us to walk you through those steps, we have that in essentially a masterclass, and it gives you templates and it walks you through how to pick out your colors, how to pick out your fonts. We have specific combinations of fonts you can pick. We have different color palettes you can pick, and we show you the exact steps to do that and then put that into a brand kit in Canva so that when you do grab our templates, you can do like Nat did, and Toni would have her own little brand kit of her purple and her stock photos all in there, so she could easily just add them into all of our templates to keep her Instagram account super custom to her. So that is definitely an option if you want to take it a step further than just grabbing the content in the membership. And that is another offer. So we have the social studio for $36. Then we have what we call the social suite, which walks you through creating a custom brand for your Instagram. And then we have one-on-one. So those are kind of our three big offers. But if you're not creative, you're not techie, you're not ready to invest in this, and you're just starting out and you're a little overwhelmed by it all, just hop into the social studio, grab some posts and start posting. Start
Also,
there.
we plan to like be around here for a long time. You guys might get sick of us. So Toni, like, let's do a training call for your girls. Let's like show them how to like tweak the templates and kind of like do a little mini rebrand. Like, we are here we can do calls whenever you guys need, Toni. Like, you got us, okay? You got us on a chokehold. So when you want a training call, we'll get on, we'll do 30 minutes, work around some Canva. We can do a little power hour session where we all work, plan out our content, and help answer questions for just you guys only. Like, we wouldn't do this for anyone else, just so you know.
Wow, that's
Can I just
awesome.
speak on the social suite that these ladies just offered? So Kara and I, with the platform that Toni and us run, we were part of Nat and Erin's like beta of the intensive, I guess, like the first go round of it, before it was like a full offer. And that, like, I'm pretty savvy with Canva, and my Instagram like didn't suck before, but like they blew my mind with everything that they taught us in this course. And I have a highlight on my Instagram, Nikki Ryan Peters, that's called IG Rebrand, and you can actually see the process of like what my Instagram looked like before, all the way through like going through a photo shoot, and then where it's at now. And it, like, for $500, you guys, it's a no-brainer. It was so good.
We actually just picked a winner to like do a giveaway for a custom rebrand to like walk people through our new product that we just launched. And I believe one of the Monet girls won it. I think
Yes.
she's your girl, right?
Yeah,
One of
so
your
it's,
girls?
yeah, so it's Julie Grilly, and she's a mentor under Monica Hobbs. And if you know, Monica Hobbs has used you guys too before.
Yeah,
She's
she's
that
in
girl
our
girl.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So Julie, actually, she's very she is not Instagram savvy and she struggles with it. So nobody better could have won that
Love that.
yeah,
That's
that thing
so
that
great.
you
Well, you
did.
guys will be able to see her Instagram transform while working with us over the next week. So Toni, like, we'll be able to like, we can do some training on it too, like showing people how we're changing it and stuff like that. But you'll see her real time over the next week to see what we can do with her account.
So you
before.
guys follow her at Julie_GRILLI.
We posted her in our like latest reel as a winner, so you guys can go to the Social Studio Instagram and like click too if you can't find her page.
Yeah,
Yes.
and make sure you're following us on the social studio, because we're going to walk through this higher price, the $500 social suite offer. We're going to walk through how to use it all with Julie's account, so you can determine next week if this is something that you should invest in yourself. And that'll be a good way to actually see in real time, is this something for me, or is this going to be too much for me or too little and you need custom branding? It'll be perfect.
This QR code works, right? Did I do it
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it works
Yeah.
great. So,
Amazing. Okay, cool.
if anybody has questions, if you want to raise your hand and come on live, you don't have to turn your camera on, but I love interaction. So, and you guys, so you had an hour and 5 minutes today that could completely transform your business. So what are you going to do with what they shared with you today that is going to help you? Okay. It's worth the it's $18 investment. Just think about that. One VIP, $18 investment, boom, covered, right? But think about this. If you stay on with them, that would mean that your 2 VIPs that order every single month will cover that cost. And that is not a lot at all. So let me just go back down here in the Q&A box here real quick. All right.
While you're reading that, Toni, because we had a few people that joined before we like officially started, and I was just sharing like a little money hack that I have because I use the ladies. And so I want to just share this again now that we have so many more faces on here. So with money, like we are so blessed with all the niche content that they give us. We've got makeup, we've got skincare, we've got hair care, we've got the wellness, the non-tox living. So that's 5 out of their niches. I have put together all of my content for my VIP group through the next 2 months because I've got makeup Mondays, tip Tuesday, wellness Wednesday. And although like all the stuff that they have in those niches, not everything is applicable to Monat. But what is so genius is they have got my wheels turning. So maybe they're talking about something that's really specific to maybe like beauty counter, but it's makeup and we have makeup. So I took the core of what it is that they gave us. I can still use the graphic. I might just change it and put something that's Monat in there, but it's genius. I have all my content. And I also like, I coach outside of Monat. We also have the platform. And so I can use their entrepreneur stuff. I can use their digital marketing stuff. So I have like 3 different businesses, including Monat, and they provide all the content for everything that I do. Amazing. For $36 a month.
I love it. So good.
Any other questions? Okay, so you guys, I know we ran a little bit over, but so much wonderful information, great dialogue. Thank you guys so much for being on. I so appreciate you. Natalia, Aaron, you guys truly are a gift. And we got plans.
Yes.
So yes, we have plans. So you guys,
We'll be planning our next training call on our group chat.
Yes. And some cool stuff coming next month. And Nikki, actually, we were like texting back and forth to each other, and Kelly, who's on, and we've got some great ideas that I mean, this is just going to be a beautiful relationship, and we're going to help people make more money.
Mm-hmm. That's the goal. Crystal, do you have a question?
She asked if homesteading content is something that might be available. So it's a pretty narrow, specific niche, but what I will say is that you can take any of our niche grids, and we have provided so many hooks that you could translate to any niche in the entire world. So say it says my top 3 tips for getting the best hair of my life. You could just say, oh, I could just switch that. My top 3 tips for starting your homesteading journey. And the graphic is already there. You can just pop in Canva, change the text, and all of the, hard work of creating that story slide that Natalia was talking about, instead of like word vomiting on one, that's already created for you, and you can just switch it. And like, we have girls creating crocheted baby blankets, and they're using our templates because they just swap out the text. And that's
It takes a little bit of work and a little bit more creativity, but a lot of the foundation is laid out. And when Erin and I create our niche content, we start with hair. We make up all the hooks for hair, and then we physically go in and flop each of the. So if we can flop it for 10 different niches with like our own brain, you guys can do it for your specific niche too. We keep it very simple to be able to flop to anything.
Awesome.
Love it.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. And Nikki, thank you so much for your personal testimonials and you helping answer questions. But you guys, I'm so super excited. The future is so bright and I cannot wait for them to share even more valuable content and ideas and just best practices. So ladies, thank you very much. Thank you everyone for being on. I love you guys so much. Mwah. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye guys. Love you. Thank you.